Hello everyone and welcome to SuttonsDaze. So today we are going to make some strawberry jalapeno jam. And we're not messing around. We're using 3 big jalapenos. It's going to have a little kick to it, but it's going to be sweet and yummy and oh so good. Are you ready? Okay, very similar to the other jam. We're going to use 5 cups of strawberries, but in this case we want them crushed. So I'm going to put them in my Ninja and puree them. Now, if it does not come up to 5 cups after that, I'm going to add until I have 5 cups of pureed strawberries. Okay. Oh yeah, we're going to add some more. We're at 4 cups, and we need about a cup more. So, I'm going to grab some more berries. Remember, I stayed up late, cut these all down. Okay. Let's see. And now we're at 5 cups. We're actually just at, well, depends. Let it settle. It's at 5 cups. Okay. So I'm going to put those in the pot, and then next we will. Okay, because life gets in my way a lot. I purchased the jalapenos, and then I put them in the freezer because something came up and I couldn't make it when I wanted to. So these are frozen. I'm going to put them right there. Wow. I cut off the tops. I left seeds and all. Okay. Here. Oh yeah. So now, do you see? Ooh, you can smell the spicy heat. Okay. So now I'm going to scrape that into the pot also. Grab my spatula and scrape out the whole thing. There we go. This jalapeno jam is going to have some kick. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to turn the heat on and we're going to bring that up to a boil. Okay, so it's starting to come up to a boil. See how much liquid it got? It smells so good. Okay, we're going to let that come to an actual boil, and then we will add the sugar. We're getting there. We have this at a full boil that we cannot stir down. I know you can't see it. Yep, that made it worse. Okay, so anyway, full boil that you can't stir down. And now we're going to add the sugar. Now, if you decide to make this recipe, you can put in as many jalapenos as you would like. Remember that it only makes approximately, oh, what was it, 8 half-pint jars. Okay, so you want to be cognizant of that, and whether or not you put the seeds in is totally up to you also. Okay, so again, we're going to bring this up to a boil. You really can't walk away from this because you don't want it to scorch to the bottom. Smells divine. Okay, so we have a nice rolling boil that I can't stir down. It's awesome. Okay, now I'm going to add the lemon juice. We're going to let that cook in for a minute. Okay. It's been boiling for a minute, and now we're going to add the pectin. Okay. I might have to get my tall spoon. Okay, look at that. Beautiful. Now we're going to boil this for 3 minutes. In the meantime, I have just turned on the heat for my lids. I've already got my jars in the water over on the other burner. Okay, I'm gonna let this do its thing for 3 minutes, and then we will jar it up. Okay, this has been going for about 3 minutes. It's always a good idea to have some kind of rag that you don't care about nearby when you're doing jam, because it's bound to spit. Had to switch over to my spoon. Okay, now we are going to ladle this from the pot into the jars, leaving a 1/4 inch headspace. We may have to revisit the headspace. I'm basically going to do one nice ladle for each jar and then come back and revisit it, because it's just less messy, I think. Okay, this is a beautiful jam. It's got nice little chunks in it, not chunky like the other one. Nice little, this is more of a jam, okay, than a preserve, but good stuff. It is super hot and super sticky. And if you suffer from asthma or any kind of breathing problems, be careful, because the jalapenos can mess with you. Okay? Not the eating of them necessarily, but definitely the handling of them when you're cooking. I don't know if you have been with me a short time or a long time, but when I was making my powder this winter, I accidentally inhaled some jalapeno powder. Oh, that is not a nice thing to do. Not at all. Okay. There we go. Let's see how much. This gives me just like a smidge more than the jars from the look of it. Not enough for another jar, but maybe enough to set aside for Phil or whoever to try. See, so that's what's left in the pot. Not even a full ladle. Okay, now I'm gonna get my vinegar and we're gonna wipe off these jars. See all this here? That's why last time I said put an old towel underneath it, but I was being lazy. So this is a canning mat. This is what's gonna happen to my canning mat. Okay, let me get these jars cleaned up. As always, this is a great time if you are using used jars to check the rims and everything again. Just make sure, you want to make sure that you're getting everything off that rim. Everything. But you don't want it to fail. I have to tell you, these Care jars from Walmart for my jams, I think I'm going to switch permanently over to them from the Anchor Hocking. It's a visual thing. It just looks bigger. It looks like more. It looks plentiful. So that's how much I got off of the rims. So be careful. Okay, now we are going to get the lids and put them on. Now I still have not located where I put the rack for my small pot, so I will be water bath canning these 4 at a time, because I like heat and steam. See. Okay, let that one get rinsed off again. But when I'm done, I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay, now we put the rings on. These jars are crazy hot, so please be careful. Okay. Rings are on. There we go. Just finger tight. Remember, you don't want to crank them. You don't want to tip them or toss them around too much. Okay, let me get my pots rearranged. There we go. Get that back going. We will put these 4 into the water bath canner. It has more than an inch of water over the top of it, because I just took all these jars out of there. But don't fill it too full. I have learned over the years, because then it just makes a big steamy mess when you put the lid on. So I always take water out. It's little things that work for you and the equipment that you're using. I'm just telling you what happens around here. Okay. So now I'm going to put the lid on that pot and water bath can those for 10 minutes. The first 4 are out of the jars and pinging. Pretty, pretty jam. I've got the other 4 in there. That's what you're probably hearing in the background. And I am very happy with the way this turned out. I really do like these jars. They just look more plentiful. That's about the only optic I care about. Okay. So, this was our strawberry jalapeno jam. The ingredients and measurements and whatnot will be in the description box below. And I would like to thank you for joining us today for canning. We love canning. Remember, if you like what we do here, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And until next time, be safe.